Imagine standing in a quiet marsh at dusk, when suddenly the sky darkens, not with clouds, but with 500,000 birds moving as a single, fluid mind. It begins with a faint rustle in the distance, a whisper of wings that grows into a roar. Then you see them, a swirling, pulsing cloud of starlings so dense it blots out the sunset. This is the black sun, one of nature's most hypnotic and mysterious spectacles. For centuries, people believed these formations were omens or supernatural events. But the truth is even more astonishing. These birds aren't just flying together, they're thinking together, reacting as one entity in a breathtaking display of collective intelligence. And what scientists have uncovered about how and why they do it will change the way you see the natural world. Let's start with the basics. The black sun, or sort sol as it's known in Denmark, where it's most famous, happens twice a year during the starling migration. Hundreds of thousands of birds gather in wetlands just before they roost for the night. But instead of settling down quietly, they erupt into these intricate, shape-shifting aerial ballets that can last up to 45 minutes. So why do they do it? It's not for migration, they've already arrived. It's not for mating, that happens earlier in the year. The real reason lies in survival, communication, and something far deeper. A hidden language of movement that turns thousands of individuals into one superorganism. Picture this. You're a starling in a flock of 500,000. From the ground, the formation looks like a single swirling ink blot, but from your perspective, you're surrounded on all sides. There's no room for error. One wrong move could cause a chain reaction, a collision that ripples through the flock. Yet it almost never happens. That's because starlings follow a set of simple, powerful rules. First, stay close, but not too close. Each bird maintains a small bubble of personal space, adjusting its speed and direction to avoid touching its neighbors. Second, align with the group. If the birds around you turn, you turn. If they dive, you dive. There's no leader giving orders. Instead, each bird reacts to the 6 or 7 birds nearest to it, creating a wave of motion that spreads at incredible speed. Scientists call this scale-free correlation. In simple terms, a movement started by one bird can sweep across the entire flock in under half a second. It's faster than any one bird could think or react alone. This isn't just cooperation, it's something closer to a shared consciousness. But how do they avoid mid-air crashes? The secret lies in their vision and reaction time. Starlings have wide-set eyes that give them nearly 360-degree vision. They can see what's happening beside and behind them without turning their heads. And their reaction time is staggering. They can process and respond to a neighbor's movement in under 100 milliseconds. To put that in perspective, the blink of a human eye takes 300 milliseconds. They're operating in a timescale we can barely perceive now. Let's talk about why these murmurations form in the first place. The most widely accepted theory is predator evasion. By moving in such a large, dense, and unpredictable group, starlings confuse predators like peregrine falcons. A falcon diving into the flock risks injury from the sheer density of birds, and the constantly shifting shapes make it nearly impossible to single out one target. It's a living, moving shield. But there's another layer, one that's less understood but just as fascinating. Some researchers believe these displays also serve as a form of social bonding. Before settling down to roost, the murmuration might be a way to share information about feeding sites, weather conditions, or potential threats. It's like a nightly news broadcast, written in motion. What's truly remarkable is that no two murmurations are the same. Some resemble flowing rivers, others like exploding galaxies. They can split into multiple groups and merge back together seamlessly. They create shapes, tornadoes, ribbons, waves, that seem too coordinated to be random. And through it all, there's a strange, rhythmic beauty, as if the sky itself is breathing. This phenomenon isn't just limited to Denmark. Similar starling murmurations occur in the UK, the Netherlands, and parts of Italy. But the scale of the black sun in the wetlands of southern Denmark is unmatched. There, as the sun sets, the sky turns into a living tapestry, a reminder of how much we still have to learn about the natural world. For a long time, scientists struggled to model this behavior. They tried complex algorithms and supercomputers, only to find that the starlings' movements followed surprisingly simple rules. It was a lesson in humility. Nature had already perfected what humans were trying to decode today. Researchers use high-speed cameras and 3D modeling to track individual birds within the flock. What they've found is that murmurations are not just beautiful. They're a masterclass in efficiency, safety, and collective decision-making. There's no central control, no single bird calling the shots. Instead, it's a democracy of movement, where every bird has a voice, and the will of the many guides the whole. As dusk deepens and the display reaches its peak, the murmuration begins to descend. The birds funnel down toward the reeds in a controlled, swirling vortex until, almost all at once, they settle. The roaring of wings softens to a murmur, then to silence. The black sun has set, and in that quiet, you're left with a sense of awe, not just at what you've seen, but at what it represents. This is more than a flock. It's a reminder that unity and individuality can coexist. That from simplicity, profound complexity can emerge. And that sometimes the most intelligent systems are the ones with no leader at all. What's the most mesmerizing animal behavior you've ever witnessed? Share your story in the comments. We might feature it in our next episode. Don't forget to subscribe to Nature Unlocked for more wonders of the wild.